he was like, well, I still am associated with the organization. But it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. The defense is pretty bad.
He couldn't tell you the truth, is what he was saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it wasn't good. Are we live? Ladies and gentlemen, we are back for another glorious episode of Clickbait Sports. I'll be hosting this. My name's Scooter Magruder, but we have the whole crew here today, including, but not limited to, 5 points, Vids 5. How's it going, brethren?
Well, actually, I just got a call. I'm going to be sat for this game, and then they're going to bring my replacement in for this show.
Oh, nice.
They said I was too old and I can't throw deep anymore.
Are you Russell Wilson?
That
He's
is
throwing
fair.
hospital
That is
passes.
fair.
I mean,
Yep.
Next to 5, we have the Yinzer himself, the one and only urinating tree.
I was nearly benched, but I fumbled it 5 times near the 1 yard line, so can't help that.
Wow.
Sorry.
To his right, we have the legendary Broncos fan, known as Brandon Perna. Perna, welcome. How's it going, brother?
3-time GQ handsomest man
That's what I was
alive.
trying to get there.
Got some
Playgirl's
fantastic hair.
most well-hung model out there. Got lots
Makes
of
Ron
titles
Jeremy
under
look
my
like he has a
belts.
micro penis.
We are going
wow.
to talk
Okay.
about Brandon Perna,
Demonetized.
and the progression continues. But before we get there, it is the former fan of the year, TDG, Tom Grassi. How are we doing today?
Doing great. How y'all doing? Better than I was on Sunday.
Oh, you know what?
How many people from the NFC North laughed in your face after that?
You know what though? And this point, rightfully so. Everybody in the NFC North won. The Packers lost in embarrassing fashion. This is the time. Listen, Packers fans, we were feeling pretty good. We were feeling pretty high and mighty. You know, we dominated those first 2 weeks, and then this is good. Nice reality check. Nice humble crash back down to earth. And hey, it could be worse. We could have lost to the Bears.
Okay. Well, let's stay there with the Packers versus Browns.
Do we have
You
to?
were watching this game,
Yes, we do. We do.
right? And did all of you get a chance to see some of this game, by the way?
I missed it.
Okay.
No.
What was your biggest takeaway from this game, if anything, Tom?
Our offensive line was in really, really rough shape. Zach Tom, who was already suffering from an oblique injury, was re-injured the first snap back on offense, so that wasn't great. And then you had Aaron Banks, who got banged up in that game as well. He left before halftime. And dude, like Myles Garrett and Mason Graham. Mason Graham, I think it was like 46% was his pass rush win rate. Like that's for a defensive tackle. Like that does not happen. So our offensive line was not blocking well. And you got to give the Browns credit, man. Like their defense kept them in it the entire time. They have a very good defense. But unfortunately, an ill-timed turnover and then a blocked field goal ultimately sunk the Packers. And in the last 4 minutes, they lost that game.
You know, as a Cowboys fan, we love to see this, not only because we have your draft pick for the upcoming year, but also, this could be a turning point. Some are saying in both the Cowboys and the Packers trajectory, potentially going forward. Any fear going into this game next week against America's team, Tom?
You got destroyed by the Bears. Like it wasn't close. You're missing your number one wide receiver, but let's not even talk about the offense.
It's not even the wide receiver.
Your defense is so atrociously bad that now Chicago has faith in Caleb Williams again. The Pope literally called and was like, I'm back in after seeing him dismantle your team. Ben Johnson now is like, oh, never mind. Everything is okay. You literally restarted the Bears fandom. It's not good, bud. It's not right.
You might have saved their franchise.
You might have
Pretty
saved their
much.
franchise.
And all you have to thank for is that god awful excuse of a secondary you have.
My
Like
follow-up
your secondary might be the
question-
worst in football.
My follow-up question is, what are all of you going to say when the Cowboys beat the Packers in Sunday Night Football?
Jordan Love is going to throw for 400 yards and 4 TDs.
He might do that in a loss. And then what?
Don't get me wrong. Dak, good player.
Hold on one
You
second.
tried to you injured CeeDee
Hold
Lamb
on, I want to
because
hear
you
Tom.
ran him out of the backfield. Like, what are we doing?
You want to talk about the Cowboys?
Scooter, why don't we make this interesting? Why?
We're
Because
not
you have
making
so much
this
confidence in your team. Let's make it interesting.
Here's the
Exactly.
thing. The Cowboys,
If Jordan Love's EPA is higher than Dak's this upcoming Sunday.
okay, continue. I'm
No,
hearing.
Well, no, we're just going to go straight up. If the Packers win, I think
That's a bad bet.
you have a Micah Parsons Packers jersey that you are going to have to wear for. We'll
Here's the
designate a
thing.
specific amount of
I'm
time.
at the disadvantage here for taking this bet.
Why? You're so
The
confident.
Packers are supposed to win the game. It should be like if you're looking at the Vegas odds. Okay, we got there. I need some compensation.
What's the
I need
line?
a lot more than
Quarterback
2
EPA.
first-round picks and Kenny Clark is what I'm saying to take this bet.
I see.
But let's
Okay,
talk
how about
about
this? How about this?
Okay, go on.
What if Dak's CPA is lower than Bo Nix's next week?
If that's true,
It's 0.
then we are playing Madden on the highest difficulty possible because, as we know, Bo Nix's EPA is towards the bottom. And we all know what EPA means because it was explained to us last week.
Do you remember?
Now, we are going to.
Everybody
switch
knows
over.
what EPA is.
I actually looked it up and it
here's the
still was
thing,
very confusing.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but guess who the Broncos are playing next week?
Who are they
Cincinnati
playing?
Bengals.
The Cincinnati Bengals with
Monday
one of the worst
Night
defenses
Football.
in football.
Mhm.
So if Bo Nix might legitimately have a higher EPA than Dak.
I don't think so. You guys are negating the Bo-gression that is incoming and that has been coming. already.
He overthrows a lot of balls. I don't like Bo Nix, but still, I mean, you have to be a terrible quarterback to not feast on the Bengals. Carson
gives
Wentz
up- hold
looked
on.
passable against them, dude.
Who gives up more points? The Cincinnati defense or the
Cowboys.
Cowboys defense?
The Cowboys.
defense.
Cowboys.
You guys only scored 10 points agast the Browns, though. You know.
That's the
I mean, Browns have a good
They
defense.
have a very good defense.
They have
It's
Miles. Garrett.
very good defense, but you were held to 10 points.
Since we're on the Cowboys, let's talk about this Cowboys game versus the Chicago Bears, where we did make Caleb Williams look like a MVP candidate. This was the first time in his career Caleb Williams was not sacked. We've seen this now in back-to-back weeks where we make an average-looking quarterback look like he is the best player in the league. First it was Russell Wilson. Now it's Caleb Williams. I'm wondering, why didn't Jalen Hurts look like that, though? That's a question for another day, though. That is a question for another time.
His team gets blown out by the Bears, and he's like, "How can we make this look? Make the Eagles?"
But
look
what
bad?"
did
how
you
do I
guys
whitewash
take away
the
from that
Bears?
loss with the Cowboys? Because a lot of people are saying the sky is falling. Our season is over. Wrap it up. Let's look at some NFL mock drafts. What say you?
Here's some trivia. Who's the least sacked
Yeah.
quarterback this season so far?
It's not Cam
It's-
Ward.
It's a Colts. Colts
Danny
quarterback.
Daniel
Daniel
Jones.
Jones. Correct, Scooter.
Indiana Jones.
Twice. 2 sacks for Dan Jones.
Which
They've
helps
only
his
punted
EPA.
once.
That's why I knew that because he was high on the EPA chart. But yeah, is the season over for the Cowboys? Let me know what you guys think before I answer.
Darnold. probably.
I honestly, with the Cowboys, am very concerned about your defense. Because Dak's playing pretty good football, and they don't feel like they're a competitive football team right now. So I think like if your defense can just get to average, the Cowboys will be okay. But the Cowboys defense looks legit problematic at this point.
And Scooter, you don't have any missing pieces, right? This defense is relatively healthy, correct?
Okay. See,
They're
first of
without
all,
Deron Bland.
Deron
so-
Bland is out.
Oh, yeah, no
but
Deron
still-
Bland.
Yeah, I think that's the one that they're missing.
The guy,
Yeah, Trayvon Diggs is still a turnstile. out
Trayvon
there.
Diggs really
Like,
isn't
Deron?
playing at full strength.
full
Mhm.
DeMarvian
strength.
Overshone isn't going to be back for a couple of weeks.
Months.
Years.
Months, man.
Yeah, so
Mhm.
we'll see. So we are missing some pieces. We do add Clowney, the Slim Reaper. So we'll see if he's able to provide some sort of
Isn't
pass
Devontae
rush.
Smith the Slim Reaper?
Yes, but they're just saying that he's slimmed down. He doesn't look as
Oh,
big
okay.
as he used
Oh.
to.
Okay.
But yeah, the defense did look atrocious. I had to actually look up synonyms because there weren't words in my vocabulary that could describe how awful this defense was. We're going with nefandous is what it means, unspeakably horrible, and that is what the Cowboys defense was. Diggs, burnt toast yet again. I don't think he's playing at 100% confidence. I don't think he's 100% healthy. Linebackers struggling.
Well, yeah,
No
I mean,
penetration on the edge. Donovan Ezraku had a 0% win rate this past week. He's a rookie. He's still coming into his own.
I could
the
get 1%
biggest
win
problem-
rate. I could get 1% win rate.
Yeah,
I
we
think
can
the
all get
biggest
1%
problem
win
here
rate
is
on DraftKings. Let's be
I'd
real.
run right under the tackle's legs.
Eberflus is the problem,
Chicago
in my
sends their
opinion.
regards.
We do not know what we are doing. Why did we hire this man? What type of schemes are we running where we allow the wide receivers to get wide open every single play?
So my
What
question
are we
is this.
doing?
Who would you rather have as your defensive coordinator?
Don't say it. Don't say Mike Nolan.
No, not Mike Nolan.
Okay.
I was going to say either Eberflus or Mike Zimmer.
At this point, give me Zimmer because at
Really?
least we played
Matt
man
Patricia.
coverage but more than 0% of the time. At least we were up close and not 15 yards off receivers on 3rd and short for no reason. Give me Mike Zimmer with that 4-3 defense. I can do some things with the 4-3 in Madden. It's easier to run. Now, we did run CD Lamb, and CD Lamb was injured. A lot of people were upset about us doing that.
Yeah, well, he was running out of the backfield. That was the problem.
My thing is, any way you can get CD touches, I'm okay with it. But Javonte Williams was averaging 7 yards a carry.
Exactly. You have him. Miles
He
Sanders
was-
hasn't been doing too bad. And
What's
I don't
really
get it.
crazy is our run game actually has
Looks-
improved
Yeah.
tremendously, as has our run defense. We are great on run defense. We just can't cover a pass now.
and you can't get to the quarterback, which is a big
Exactly.
problem.
We'll
So
see
you
how it
traded
plays out.
being able to run a defense, but now your secondary is being exposed because you don't have an elite edge rusher that can
No.
disrupt offensive line play.
Exactly.
Dude, like watching back on some of Caleb Williams' touchdown passes, I was like, he didn't do much. Like there's just men so wide open for him to throw to.
Dude, that burden throw, there was nobody within
burden,
20
yeah.
yards of that dude.
Yeah, there's like
And he talked about how he schemed up that play intentionally because our cornerbacks played poorly. They trusted their eyes more than they trusted the coverage. So if you can scheme plays like this to beat us, that is not a good sign.
I heard you guys could scheme pressure. So that's what I was
Yeah.
told.
You
what
were
Jerry
lied
said.
to as
Oh.
well as me. We were all lied to.
I heard you could
Give
just scheme
us Micah Parsons back.
Well, I mean, you could see him again on Sunday.
pressure's
His
overrated.
rotation.
Pressure's overrated. The
Speaking
Broncos
of
are
pressure-
one of the best pressuring teams in the league right now, and we still found a way to lose games. So
Speaking of pressure, the pressure is off Russell Wilson because he was benched for this upcoming game. We go to the Giants versus Chiefs. This game was actually close for a long period of time. Five, take us through what was going through your mind during this game. Did you see any positives? Scottaboo was hooping.
Gotta look nice.
Talk to me.
Yeah, I mean, Scatterboo led in both receiving and rushing, which is, great. But when they're 60 yards apiece, not so great. Like, if I think the total offense was 175 yards, it was really bad. 178 total yards of offense, and Cam Scatterboo had 80% of it. So yeah, positive sign, but that game was not close, Scooter, to be honest with you. Like, yeah, the Giants tied it at one point, and it gave me a glimmer of hope, but you kind of knew that this Giant team isn't built to actually pull off an upset like that. And trust me, the Chiefs were not playing good football. They look sloppy, undisciplined. And then, of course, now they start, in second half, they got it together. They realized they were the Chiefs and who they were playing. But the Giants just, they have so much talent on this team. They have Abdul Carter. They have Kayvon Thibodeau. They have Brian Burns. They have
And
Dexter
that's all
Lawrence.
just one position.
Right?
That's all one part of the defense.
Yeah,
That's
and then the secondary is not bad. The linebacker core, they're missing Micah McFadden. The linebacker core is not bad. The secondary is not a collection of bums, but they just can't put it together. Then they have elite. I don't know how you take an elite wide receiver and turn him into a ghost. Like, literally, how do you take Malik Neighbors and make him disappear?
That's easy.
And then,
thank you for nearly costing me my fantasy football game last week. I appreciate it.
I'm just like, the Giants must get together in their office, and they're just like, how do we annoy our fans to an amazing degree? Like, execution. That's not what we're into at all. This is go ahead, Brandon.
The Giants ran into a Chiefs defense that knows how to play Russell Wilson. And they saw Russell Wilson had a ton of success just going to Malik Neighbors. So the Chiefs, very well-coached defense, they go, we'll just take away that and see what Russ can do, which at this point in his career is not much.
Unless you're playing the Cowboys.
Well, yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Well, you did not try to take away. Yeah.
You guys didn't take Neighbors out of the game, and Russ
We didn't do anything, really.
But the Chiefs had a couple lucky breaks that I think broke the Giants. Mm-hmm. Mahomes stripping that ball back was one of them.
That was
right.
crazy.
Like, you guys have this incredible play, and then Mahomes makes a play, and it's annoying to say that Mahomes made a play, but he made a stupid ass play there. And then right before halftime, Mahomes throws a pass that should have been picked off by your secondary. Mm-hmm. It was in and out of, I don't even know what defender was there, but he made a play on the ball. He couldn't catch it. 2 plays later, Mahomes throws it 50 yards downfield and gets pass interference. So, like,
it's a BS
that allows them to kick a field goal right before halftime. So they get, what was it, 9-3 at that point?
9-6. 9-6.
It was
pass interference. Like, those are 2 opportunities that, if played out the way it should have, the Giants should have had at least another field goal from that Mahomes strip. And they should have negated those points there. So the Giants should have went into halftime with a lead, and then you didn't. And then the Chiefs came out and kind of worked you guys in the second half.
Okay, I have another bone to pick. All right, so Graham Gano, third consecutive year gets injured prior to a game, can't go. Right.
Thanks,
and
Dad.
the opening drive was dictated by that. So they go. This is where I'm gonna pick a bone with Brian Daboll and his coaching. Opening drive, they end up going for it 4th and 3, and then Russell Wilson throws it directly into the defensive line. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm not even trying." Probably made the right decision to throw, but throws it right into Chris Jones's arms. Then, the Giants score a touchdown. Okay, they tie the game 6-6, and they decide to kick the extra point with Gillum. If your impetus is to go for it on 4th and 6, is what I believe that play was, and not kick the field goal with Gillian, then why not go for 2 when you have the game tied, where the loss mitigation is less, right? It makes no sense. These are the type of decisions that Brian Daboll makes that frustrate you as a fan, because mathematically both decisions were really dumb. But that goes all the way back to Joe Shane signing a player that had a surgically repaired knee for 3 years. When they signed Gano, he was signed for 3 years to that contract. And the only reason that he's here is because they didn't want to cut him last year because Mero was probably like, I'm already paying the guy. Can't just cut him. Go ahead, Brandon.
Is watching Daniel Jones play well with the Colts making you lose faith in Brian Dable? I'm working on a Daniel Jones episode right now, and I'm genuinely curious how you feel about Brian Dable.
Is it Brian Dable or is it just
moment?
The Giants culture?
Well, I mean, with the quarterback, I'm going to put it on the offensive coach.
Well, here's the thing. Yeah, I mean, Dable.
And I know Jones had some injuries. There's a lot of nuance with Jones there, but like, do you feel good about Dable with Dak, not Dak, but Dart coming out?
Jaxson Dart? Not really. No. I think the thing is the Colts have actually put together a competent offensive line. The Giants haven't had one of those. Okay. Yeah. Should bring in Joe Judge.
You miss him.
The Giants haven't had a competent offensive line in 10, 12 years. Yeah. And no matter who the coach is or what scheme that they run, it's going to be ugly. And you know what? I'm actually happy for Daniel Jones because he can go out and say, hey, I'm actually going to do an episode on how the Giants ruin talent. And they've just had an array of guys come in that have gone elsewhere. Like that is a systemic problem. Yeah. If guys are coming in and going elsewhere and getting better, you look at how the Panthers do it, the Jets.
Kayvon Thibodeau's next.
McKinney.
Thibodeau's probably next.
McKinney was already good with the Giants, man. Like
Leonard Williams.
Yep. Odell Beckham wins a Super Bowl. Kadarius Toney wins a Super Bowl.
Give us
2 Super Bowls.
Yeah,
2 Super Bowls.
Tony wasn't any better.
No. I'm using these as facetious.
But that's also what we
Marcus
talked about
Golden.
too with Daniel Jones, and like one of the reasons why he's finding even more success early is because again, right? It was Saquon that one year that you guys beat the Vikings in the playoffs. Like Saquon was a monster.
Yeah.
But as you just
Colts
said,
have Jonathan Taylor.
He never had the offensive line, and now he has an offensive line, and he has Jonathan Taylor. So like, it's a great formula for Daniel Jones to find.
Yeah, and Jones doesn't have to do as much. Which when you're under
Taylor
pressure,
was the guy who won that game for them on Sunday.
Yeah, I haven't necessarily looked at his Colts film, but when he only is limited to 1 to 2 reads down the field, like he's fine. The problem is, a lot of quarterbacks can't do what Mahomes does and see 4 or 5 options in front of them. Jones can't do that. I mean, but if you ask him not to do that,
Jones can't do that on the Giants. Is what he can't do.
Yeah, well,
gotta be descriptive.
Yeah, that's fair. But I would suspect that he's being managed very well. And when life is good, when you have a line in front, look at what Sam Darnold did last year with the Vikings. When you have time to make throws and you're a professional NFL quarterback, you can make those throws. Some guys just miss wide open balls. Like,
speaking of missing wide open balls, we are going to go to the Denver Broncos versus the Chargers. This was a close game. Brandon Perna, take us through what went wrong during this game.
No, I don't think I'm gonna. I don't think I'm gonna do it again.
You should.
I'm looking at the stats here for Bo Nix. 14 of 25 or 153 yards, 1 touchdown.
Yeah.
1 touchdown. So there was that.
Yeah, he should have had 3 touchdowns, and he should have had
he overthrew
like
a bunch
280. And that's what's really frustrating. It's not like Bo Nix was throwing a bunch of terrible balls, throwing interceptions, fumbling, taking a bunch of sacks. The complaint is he missed his targets by about this much.
Yeah.
And one of them was like this much. And that's tough to wrap your head around because you're just like, he's just got to throw better. He's got footwork problems. One of those passes that he fucking misses. Sorry, Scooter. One of those passes he misses on into the end zone. He literally is hopping. He's hopping for no reason as he throws it. He's in the pocket and he jumps and throws it. And it's like, what are you doing? So I think that's correctable. I think that part of it is at least somewhat correctable. what's really infuriating is the Broncos are not playing terrible. That's a game where if they make one play, they win. If they make 2 plays, they win, by maybe 10 points. I don't know. Like, our defense, like I was saying earlier, with pressure. Nick Bonito, I think, has the most pressures or close to it. He's got the best pass rush win rate. He put Joe Alt on skates a few times. Like, the run game is actually working. We're just forgetting to run consistently. Our offensive line is, I think, rated as the best pass protecting offensive line in the league. So I think that makes it worse though, guys. Like, I think seeing all that stuff that we thought would be good. And then it's our quarterback and our offense not scoring points. So
how much do you think is on Sean Payton? Because I know there's a lot of criticism coming from Denver circles about him.
I think some of that gets overblown. I think Sean's got to get better. I think some of his game management decisions have been more perplexing. But I think what I watched with the Lions, and I talked a little bit about this on GPS, they did not run the ball very effectively their first 2 drives. In fact, I think 3 of their carries were for 2 or 3 yard losses. If Sean Payton hands the ball off 3 times and one of those rushes loses a yard or 2, you're never going to see that mother licker call a run play for the next 30 minutes. He's just going to abandon it. And I think the Lions showed you can set a tone and just stick with it, because J.K. Dobbins having some of the most explosive run play rates in the league right now. And if through 3 weeks, some of that stuff's skewed, but I would just like to see Sean come in and run the ball 20 times in the first half. And I don't really care what happens. Yes, Adam.
First of all, I want to say Nick Bonito is really good. His name gets called a lot, and he is extremely disruptive, and he deserves every bit of his contract. This is one of those games you lost to ostensibly 2 playoff teams, so that's one thing you can be optimistic about, and I think you'll be fine. But this is the type of loss where it makes the difference between hosting a playoff game and having to go on the road. It makes a difference between these are the kind of losses that have consequences in 16 weeks, not just right now, but that's where you had an opportunity to really get something done. But I think overall you'll be fine. It's just depressing in the moment.
We're getting a
Bengals better record
team
than the Steelers in the end, if it's up to me, but the way you guys are playing, but that's just me.
Yeah. We're getting the Bengals on Monday Night Football. And this was the first game I'm scared for this game, but now they got Jake Browning starting at quarterback. He has been turning the ball over a lot. The Bengals were turning the ball over a lot, just like the Patriots. So this is this game that before the season started, I was like, oh, this is probably a loss if the Bengals are clicking, because they can just score a lot of points. Now I feel a lot better. And once the season starts, I was looking at the Broncos schedule, there's a lot of teams I was thinking were a lot of games that were going to be tough. I think they have the Texans coming up. I'm that one might be pretty easy now. So, they just have to take advantage of those winnable games. And hopefully the Colts continue to win. And I'm okay, just lost to the juggernaut Colts. What can you do? And the Chargers are running away with the AFC West. I'll justify it. But it's frustrating. It's frustrating because they're winnable.
That is something I think we can speak to the larger issue in the whole NFL is that there really isn't a number 1 team right now who you can look at and say, these guys are by far the best in the NFL. I think the whole NFC is wide open, and the whole
I'd say the
AFC
Bills
is
and
wide
the Bills
open.
look good. The Bills look good.
Bills do look good, but they look good every
Defense got to
year.
get better.
Bills look good every year, and then something happens. But again, far and away the very best. I don't know. What I do know is that the Steelers were good enough to beat the Patriots.
If you want to talk about Steelers BS magic, man, holy cow.
Dude, this has been the Steelers' MO for 8 years. And the problem is, the Patriots just repeatedly self-destructed.
Take us through, for those who didn't see this game, how did the Steelers end up winning this game tree?
Simple, because they kept fumbling the ball every chance they get. Ramondre Stevenson is a terrorist. I have no idea how he keeps getting reps. And then you bring in Antonio Gibson, he fumbles, and they get scared at the goal line because they fumbled at the goal line. It hits the pinky of Cam Hayward, deflects into Brandon Eccles' arms. It just turned into just a chaos of errors for the New England Patriots. And as I said, it's like, I don't think it was even much the Steelers did. It was just, okay, like, just have the game. And the problem
is Patriots just wait for the other team to implode, and they did.
Pretty much. And the more disturbing part is this game was tied deep into the fourth quarter. There was a stat after 3 consecutive turnovers. Guess how many yards the Steelers got on offense combined?
12.
1 yard.
Yeah,
it's bad. Like, as I said, alarm bells are going off in my head because you can't rely on high-end talent getting you 5 turnovers and fumbles.
No.
You can't.
Adam,
and the problem is, like, I mean, these are bad football teams. The reality is that the offense can't get anything going there, and the defense, it's just splash plays. If you can't get splash plays, you're getting wrecked down the middle of the field. Your linebacking core is a mess. You're getting blown off the ball. Hunter Henry just went ham. He's their only receiving target. So
that's my concern, if you're a Steelers fan, is like the offense, you didn't know how it was going to operate, right? Like that was kind of the big question.
The line is a huge
I'm surprised
issue.
at how the defense is just, it does not look, and maybe it's early, but it just
the interior has been a mess. Like the interior hasn't been the same. There's a lot of grumblings about Keanu Benton's regression. Peyton Wilson's just not a good fit on that D. You are missing Deshaun Elliott in the secondary and Joey Porter Jr. But the problem is you're trusting your defense to Jalen Ramsey and big play Slay with guys that run 4.3 40s and they're 22. So that's going to be a huge concern moving forward. I know like Porter might be back, but he's going to be limited. How do you stop Justin Jefferson if this is how it's going to be? That's my concern. And the offense, once again, you're built on a tight end heavy run first system. You can't generate traction with the offensive line. You can't set the run. They're just setting on Aaron Rodgers to pass, and he can't do anything because he doesn't have the mobility he used to. And it just turns into just a mess. And if this keeps up, you're going to get walloped by real teams. And that is the problem. It's just, there's a lot of dread in the Steeler fandom right now because that was a game we knew we didn't deserve to win. But it feels like it's the same crap. We've been going over.
We won. We're 2-1.
I know everyone's.
Well,
here's the problem. It's just the Niners are 3-0. I don't think they're super happy about that with all the injuries they've been dealing with.
What'd you say, Adam, about Cam Scattaboo being your leading receiver and rusher?
Yeah, in the same game. Yes.
What was the number there that was not impressive to you?
He had 60 receiving yards, 61 rushing yards. So 120 yards.
Welcome to Trees Hell because Jalen Warren, 47 rushing yards and 34 receiving yards is their leader.
Exactly. I mean, as I said,
they won.
The 2.6 yard average is the problem. The Patriots win this by 20 if they don't turn the ball over repeatedly. Like they self-destruct.
Terrible.
That's the reality. Like, that is a bad offense. Aaron Rodgers couldn't do much of anything. He had a couple fade routes down the side, but that's really about it.
Yeah.
Most of it was just fumbles, and he had a really bad pick earlier where he didn't even see the defender, but then Ramondre bailed him out with another fumble. And it's as I said, it's just we're running into the same crap we've been dealing with over and over. And the 2-1 record's deceiving because you are a Chris Boswell field goal and Ramondre Stevenson fumbles away from being 0-3.
Yeah.
A lot of records right now are very deceiving.
It's early on
in the league. It's still early. We really have no idea what is going to happen this season. Let's switch it over to some NFL general news, though.
Scooter, how do you feel about the Eagles?
He will do it.
Eagles,
how do you feel about that?
I remember that. Weren't you talking about how the Eagles were frauds in the first half?
Yes, and their game is not indicative of them not being fraudulent. Just because they won that game, they didn't win that game. The Rams lost that game. The same way the Cowboys lost that game to the Eagles.
So the Eagles finally learning how to throw the ball is
The
the Rams losing?
Rams settled for 4 field goals in the red zone.
I know
If they
Scooter's comp.
literally score one time,
I know
they
Scooter's
lose.
NFL comp, guys.
What's
Scooter Magruder is Chris Jones.
Oh yeah.
He is Chris Jones
Yes.
telling Jalen Hurts, you don't even have 100 passing yards, as Jalen Hurts is literally kneeling to defeat him.
Listen, I concur with
Don't tell him
Chris
I was mad.
Jones. It is not impressive what the Eagles are doing. It's impressive in so much as they are still
Scooter.
winning the game somehow, some way.
Yeah.
But the way that they're doing it does not inspire confidence going
Scooter?
Uh-huh.
Scooter,
Yeah,
just a question.
What if this game awoke
Hold
a
on.
sleeping giant though?
Woke what?
Yeah,
They
no,
are
the
not
Eagles are
giants.
back. The Eagles are definitely back.
Yeah,
Eagles
AJ
are
Brown. They
not
finally got
a
the ball
good-
to AJ Brown.
No, bro. No. They're not
Yeah.
explosive.
First of all,
Just wait
all right,
till,
They've
just wait
lost
till Saquon
all
has a 100+ yard
explosive-
game. He hasn't even done. He's
Yeah,
been barely
you
running.
are going to lose by
No.
40 to these guys, and we are going to be sitting
No.
here laughing
We're going
nonstop
to
at
what?
you.
We should
as
have
the
beat the
copium
Eagles. Every other team looks great against the Cowboys, and the Eagles looked garbage. What are we talking about?
That was your shot.
Coping and seething.
Am I lying? Caleb
No.
Williams,
You're
rookie
kind of right,
MVP.
but
Your best
Russell Wilson
receiver
looks
so
like
far,
he just
and that's
revived his
it.
career. Jalen Hurts barely throws for over 100 yards. What are we talking about? We should have beat the Eagles. Did you watch the game?
I
CD
know.
Lamb
I saw
drops.
it. I saw it.
Who? CD Lamb dropped over 100 yards of passes in that game. What are we talking about?
Scooter, I gotta ask you, did you play varsity basketball or JV varsity
Yes.
basketball?
Super
Did you talk
weak.
as much smack in an L as I expect you to?
Okay, here's the thing.
Scooter drains a 3 with his team down by 40.
And he's
It's like,
like, yeah, and he's
trash.
a shimmy.
I was trash at basketball in high school, so I wasn't
Okay.
able to talk that much trash. It wasn't until we go to college, intramurals.
Oh, okay.
Now I'm
I can see
hooping
that.
on these people. I'm talking trash regardless of the win or L, no matter what happens.
Once I got into those intramurals, they didn't know what hit them.
The intramurals get the most trash stuck in. Them in men's league. Oh, there's a lot of trash
you're,
going on.
you're matched up against Tree, who just finished a workout in the gym. In his
And I'm just
college
sweaty as
gym.
hell, and there's like
Yeah,
a pool of water
all
lying down
I
the
do is-
side.
He's just
There
he's
was
hitting
one
threes and just
time-
looking at him.
There was
His-
one time when the UF football team came in and we played against the football players. And I hit the game-winning shot. I literally shot a 3, turned around, and went up with my finger up. I did not see the ball go in. But
Wow.
due to the reactions from my teammates, I knew it went in.
If
And
that was
against
a Nick Young situation, I
Jordan
would have laughed
Reed.
hysterically.
Jordan
He
Reed was one of
swaggy
those
Pete it.
players, and he
No
is a better
way.
basketball player than he is football player. So that
Wow.
was crazy. And that's a lot of athletes. Like a lot of football
Oh, yeah,
players
Yeah.
are
Oh, yeah.
very good at basketball. So
Oh,
It's because
yeah.
basketball is so much easier than football.
Definitely so. If we're speaking about football, have you heard the stuff about Tua Tagovailoa?
oh yes.
About
Take
his
us through this,
criticism
Chris.
Yeah, can we
of
play
Cam
this?
Newton. This is his response. I think you can hear it on here. But
I
this
like
is
that
his
the first
response to fans
response
and
is
media
cold.
criticizing his play.
Well, anybody can play quarterback in this league. Then I mean, I want to see anybody on the streets come and play quarterback. I mean, Cam's doing his thing for sure, but you know, I think it's easier to be able to hold a clicker and talk about it that way, or talk
It is.
about what someone else is doing wrong when you're not going out and having to do the same as them, right? So I think it's easy to do that. I think anybody can do that. I don't think anybody can play quarterback. So
I agree with everything he just said.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people can't
You
play
just-
quarterback, and Tua apparently can't this year.
He's
And,
too
yeah.
nice. If he was more of a dick, those comments would I think get at you. But
Here's my thinking. It's like we're going to criticize the thoughts and beliefs of the former MVP at your position. Yes.
yeah, but Cam Newton, to be fair to Tua, Cam Newton's all over the place as a analyst.
You
or
have good
commentator.
experience.
Yes.
with your team.
Vernon like, he didn't know who I was when I rated him, and that son of a bitch.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
that I will
smack him every chance I can.
Never.
You rated him?
You rated Cam, and he was
Oh
like,
my
"Who's
god,
this
yeah,
turn
no,
up
that night
kid?"
was
that's a
what was that, a
legendary
random like primetime game, Perna? Like Perna and I weren't even streaming together, but Cam Newton was streaming.
Yeah.
And I rated him, because it was like halftime, and people were like, oh, it was funny. And so like that was a fun back and forth. And then Perna rated him, and we
I got jealous.
the most legendary.
I said let's raid Cam too. I want Cam to acknowledge me.
Green Bay, Wisconsin.
What's wrong? Wait,
Green Bay, Wisconsin. How the hell are we doing?
it's
I like the flex though.
Is it?
I like the flex.
I'm not even touching anything. This is not even me.
I know it's the right clip, but when I click it, it plays you.
Oh, does it go?
Oh.
Is it the second half?
What just happened?
Perna raid. Who the fuck is Perna?
So
was
that
so
was weird.
It took a while to
go.
get to, but yeah, that was a legendary clip. Was that last year?
Yeah, that was last year.
That was almost as bad, Brandon, as as me getting recognized at a restaurant and the other guy being like, "Oh, and oh my God, you're 5 Points Vids, and you're that other YouTuber,
That other guy.
that other
yeah,
guy."
That is you've been flexing on that for like 7 years, dude. Come on.
I will never live it down. I will never.
And that is like on your shrine. That is your shadow box.
I'm
It is
gonna
that
make a
moment
jersey
right there.
to it. I'm gonna make a jersey to it and put it back there. Got recognized over Perna.
Yeah,
All right.
I
in
think about
2018.
Dakota once a day. I think about Dakota once a day, Jacob.
Before we preview this Thursday night football game,
Let him know.
what surprised you guys the most
Show some respect.
of
Shane's in the chat.
this week? Biggest surprise of this NFL week for you guys
Great question.
Biggest surprise from this past week?
from this past week?
Oh, it was the Falcons getting shut out by the Panthers. Like they lost. I would have never
Falcons
predicted
were
that
bad.
in a million years.
Oh,
And the
I got
Panthers
something
defense
for
was
that.
pretty bad.
Gash left and right.
how bad? How embarrassing was it that the Falcons got shut out by the Panthers?
Yeah, they couldn't get past the Panther 30.
No, dude, it was bad.
I mean, it was
Okay.
terrible. Like Kirk Cousins came in. That's how bad it was.
That's how you know.
Brett Coleman tweeted this about the Panthers. In case you're wondering how the Panthers pass rush is doing, they have both the third fewest pressures in the league so far and only have a 3.3% conversion rate on turning those pressures into sacks. Also an NFL low. Right now they have 1 sack as a team in 3 weeks. So
And they still dominated the Falcons.
They could
yeah,
use
that's
Brian
rough.
Burns kind of playmaker there.
That's
Yeah.
rough.
I mean,
Probably, yeah.
Derek Brown. I mean, he's more of a run stuffer, but
How do
still.
you think Clickbait Sports would perform as a defensive front? Would we?
Probably as bad as a Matt Eberflus defense.
Okay.
We'd get one good
Not
game
good.
out of the season, and then and it would probably happen week 1.
Yeah.
We get overhyped, and then we would just disappoint every single week after.
One of
that.
our ACLs is gone by week 3.
Oh my God! I would
Burnham
spend
probably
so
gets
much
sent to
time.
the shadow
Do you
realm by
ever-
Derrick Henry.
Do you ever think
I-
about? I'm sorry, I'm
absolutely.
derailing the show, but do you ever think about what you would do on an NFL field? Like what business you would
Yes.
have out? I would.
Oh,
I
man.
would be
All
very.
the time. Wide
like,
receiver.
I'd be hooping. What do you
doing out
mean?
here.
I'm running stride for stride with everyone. What are we talking about here?
In your current state, someone slaps on the pads and you have to
Give
go out
me
there and play
2 months
NFL football.
of training.
No. I'm
2
I'm
months.
talking
Dude,
this afternoon.
I'm getting pancake first play.
This
I'm gonna be
afternoon,
honest.
I'm good for 2 series, and that's all I got.
On offense or defense?
Exactly.
Either way, just pick
Both.
where you think
Travis
you would
Hunter.
be least
Travis Hunter.
exposed. Where do you think, as a human being in your current state, you could hide on a football field
I
and not get
honestly
exposed
believe
as a
I could play
non-player?
defensive back
Bench.
right now for
Bench.
the Dallas Cowboys, and the result would not be any different.
Well, I mean,
that's
if you
fair.
look, I mean, honestly,
I
if
am
corporate
dead
were to
serious.
ask me between you and Kyrie Elam, I'd see the same thing. So
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. I
bet-
can do what they're doing.
I
They're
bet
all-
Scooter could have
get
been
wide
closer to Luther Burden. I believe Scooter could have
Probably,
been closer to Luther Burden in coverage.
I'm just saying. I would at least not follow the quarterback with my eyes and keep
I
my
want
lane.
Scooter to be that safety in the back, and it's just him and one receiver barreling down, and then business decisions have to be made.
Yeah. If I'm going up against anyone under the age of 30, there's going to be some problems.
It could be an issue. Yeah,
Going to be some problems and some strains.
that's tough.
Yeah,
And Stroud's
that's,
O-line is bad. Stroud
Yeah,
is not
Shane
looking
says
good.
she's senior 40, and I don't. That's
Did
not
y'all
an
see the
endorsement for it.
4.640?
Shane thinks I can do it, and that's all.
You
I
ran
need.
a 4.640.
Tom saw it too. It was crazy. It
Uh,
was crazy.
the greatest combine story I have with Scooter is it's Shane, Scooter, and I are walking down the field and we're passing the bench. And because what do they have on there? Is it like was it 200 or is it 125? What is it on there?
225.
225. And Scooter's like, oh, I could do that right now. And Shane's like, no, you couldn't. And he's like, I could do it right now. I've been working out. She's like, you worked out like once, like a month ago. And listen, to Scooter's credit, he got on the bench to try. It didn't go well, but he tried.
Well, listen, I can hit it now though.
25.
I'll bet y'all hit it now.
That's why I understood Scooter. I was like, you know what? He actually believed it. He literally believed. And then I was like, okay, I get it.
Here's the thing though. I was 185 then. Okay, so
There we
that's
go.
already what, 40 pounds over my body weight? I'm at 200 right now. I could easily hit the 225 right now. Put 225 on. We're hitting it. That's all I'm saying.
I can hit 225. I did it 6 months ago, so
I
I
can
could.
get 3 reps
I
right
can
now.
do 225 on a Smith. I've never
225.
been.
I
able
just
to do it
don't.
on a
I don't
regular
push
front.
myself. I don't want to get hurt.
Same here.
But if my life depended on it, I could hit
This is the
225.
greatest
Also,
thing
think
ever.
about
And
it.
I weigh
A bunch of
170.
aging men who are
6'1".
like, oh, I can get on that football field right now.
Yeah.
I am 6'1". So it's not like it favors shorter people with the bench or taller people with bench presses. So it is
no.
harder the taller you are.
Well, it mostly depends.
Yeah, so
on
by
how
that
you stand on
measure,
the body. more
I
or
could
less.
bench press
Brandon, you should
10,000
be able
pounds.
to hit it easily, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You should be repping it.
I think Brandon,
I mean,
if he
bench press,
really
I mean, it's
just
probably easier to use your legs when you're shorter. It's like I don't like to use legs when I do bench. I feel that more as like a solely chest exercise.
just please, Shane, take him
Shane,
to the
please.
gym. I want to see him throw
Yeah,
up.
Let me
Shane,
know.
75.
Would you
please.
be interested in seeing a live stream?
I think you could do it right now,
I
Scooter.
I think
We
it's just
gotta
a good
figure it out.
punishment.
Yeah.
Live stream.
Do it right
Scooter
now.
doing
You could go.
225.
That's a good
You have
punishment.
Yeah.
Do you have a bench in your
A
house?
workout
I don't
with
have a
Scooter.
bench in the
How
house,
much-
unfortunately.
Yeah.
I just got the pull-ups.
I mean, you just have to ask the gym for permission to film.
I'm not.
I
I'm
wasn't-
going in there
Just
and
no.
benching 225.
Oh,
Yeah,
this is
well,
what we got to do.
that's a
Oh, this is
punishment.
what we got to do. Scooter, for a punishment, he has got to purchase a weight bench, a bench press. Okay. He's got to get the 225 in weights. He's got to post that in his driveway like Terrell Owens. And he's
Yes.
got to live stream during this stream
That-
him doing the 225.
Dude, that's got to be a big punishment, though.
I'm going-
dumbbells and
Weight
those
training.
like
First of all,
barbells,
the training
benches,
for all of
bells,
that
and the
is
weights. They
so-
are expensive.
I've been looking into it because I want it.
Yes, get it on
$1,000.
Craigslist. Get
Yes.
one on Craigslist.
Weight benches are pretty cheap. So
Yeah.
Well, but
The
not the
barbells
benches,
and
the
the
barbells
weights
and the
themselves
weights.
Those are pretty
are
expensive.
pretty expensive.
that's a good punishment.
Just like Terrell Owens. That's a good
I
time.
like that though.
Yeah.
I do like that.
Mhm.
But you know what? Let's go ahead and preview this Thursday night football game, which might be the most explosive and exciting game all season. I'm talking about.
Hey, honestly, this is nothing compared to the garbage we have on Monday Night Football. We have the Jets and Dolphins and Bengals and Broncos. Sorry, Pernell.
Oh,
Like,
it's a
those games
doubleheader?
are
What are
not
you talking
fun.
about? I love terrible.
I don't know
football.
which offense is going to look worse out of those four teams. Like, it's not gonna
Yes.
be fun.
Bo Nix about to throw 300.
So
the other
what's
team.
worse than one terrible football game on Monday night? Two terrible
They
football
got
games
two.
on Monday night.
But
Go
this
from
Thursday,
Ravens,
we
Lions
are-
to this? No.
And the
The
Lions
thing is,
just
okay,
smacked them silly.
I know we're trying to preview this game. The Arizona has been involved in their first 3 games are so unmemorable and so unhighlight worthy that I just don't even know what's going. Like they
James Conner's
play
out for the
such,
year now, which sucks.
they play such a uninspiring, unexciting brand of football. Like this is probably going to be ugly early. Is what
I think
suspect.
the highlight of their season so far is Marvin Harrison Jr. dropping a pass. Like that's how much it is.
And
That
you know
was
what the problem
bad,
with that
man.
is?
That was bad.
I have him in fantasy. That was a terrible decision
It was
on
bad.
my part. I'm losing all my games so far. I'm
Are we
literally-
sure that's Marvin Harrison's kid? I don't know. It seems like it's in name only because he's had some little dropsies. I'm sure he could smoke me.
Yeah.
You know, he's an amazing talent, but it hasn't really translated this year. And
So
also
we-
Shane, by the
That is
way, that
true.
would be way more fun laughing at Scooter than a punishment.
Scooter, if you film it, you can write it off.
Yeah.
This is true.
Just make sure that you don't put the clamps on the end of the bar so that if you can't get it up, you can slide the weight off.
Do you think
'cause that
this is my first
pretty
time
scary
lifting
thing.
weights, Five?
It
What
looks that way.
what are we talking
Interesting
about?
combine.
I'm just saying
You
you gotta have
lost
put
some mass
precautions
lately,
in there.
Scooter?
What's that?
You're looking slim. Have you lost some mass lately?
How do I look slim in
You're getting skinny, dude.
a Dallas Cowboys? I'm literally 200 pounds right now.
All muscle.
Didn't the Cowboys
wrong with
lose
that,
295 pounds
And Micah
to the
Parsons.
Packers? Yes.
We are previewing
Well, I mean, they
this
lost another
game
250 with
right now,
McCarthy.
and it is against. It is the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Seattle Seahawks. What do you guys think this game is going to be?
I got the Seahawks winning. Yeah, the Seahawks actually, their offense after week 1, and they didn't look so great. They've been looking pretty good. Their offensive line is looking really nice. Darnold is kind of settling in. They get that run game going. I think they should be able to win. But that defense, which already started to improve last year, is still looking good heading into this year. So they're Cardinals are wearing their rivalry jerseys. We're going to be seeing those tonight, and the Dolphins, they're going to be wearing those on Monday night. I see the excitement in this group. So
Please
I
look
want
at
it
us.
out.
Somebody pay attention to the Cardinals.
I will say though, have you seen their end zones? They actually look pretty nice.
Yeah.
Their old Arizona
Yeah.
colors.
Uh-huh.
I mean, that's
Looks
going to be
like-
the prettiest thing we see on that field all night. But
Might be.
They
That
should do
looks
the
like a
whole field like
headband
that.
of a guy that's going to put it on and kick your ass in the All Valley tournament. That's what that looks like.
yeah,
Daniel,
You don't want to see that.
sweep the leg.
You do not
No
want to
mercy.
see that. Let's get some score predictions before we go to the countdown. I got 24-20. Doesn't matter which team. 24-20.
Like the Cowboys lost to the Eagles in week 1. That was the score,
Yeah.
right? 24-20.
How many games have the Giants won this year?
You know what? They've won it off the field. They're
Okay.
winning off the field.
Well, I think the Jets have beat you there.
Only
in moral victories,
lost
Tom.
one more than the Cowboys.
Yeah, that's true. The Cowboys are 1-2. I just thought is that what you thought you would be after 3 games?
No.
1-2?
Yeah. No.
No.
No,
no,
it's not.
you did not.
Did you think you'd be 0-3 is the real question.
Yes. Yeah, 100%. I thought we were going to be 0-5 at least. I knew 1,000% we would be 0-3.
Yeah.
What-
Well,
no-
I mean,
without
if
even a
you
doubt of
lose to the
certainty.
Saints, you might as well surrender the year, dude.
They should. They should lose. I don't understand putting Jaxson Dart out against the Chargers. Like it just
should
doesn't
put
make
Jameis
sense.
in there.
Why not put in famous Jameis? You're going to lose anyways. You know. So
Just
then
get some
if
memes out of
Jameis
it.
does
Let him
well,
get buried.
then you can just be like, Russ is the problem. Maybe that's a natural transition. Into
I feel
Jaxson
like
Dart.
the Giants are making a mistake by starting Jaxson Dart. I've said this time and time again. It makes no sense for the Giants to start Jaxson Dart. He should have the time to develop. He's going to the same outcome that Sam Darnold had at the Jets is going to happen with Jaxson Dart. He's not going to be good until he leaves the Giants, goes to another team, and becomes great. Because why? What's the point? What's
It's a
the
tough
reasoning
game
in
to start
starting?
against?
Because
Yeah.
it's a distraction. It's a distraction. Like you're if they already know this team is bad, it's painfully obvious. So now what you can look forward to as either a fan or to appease your boss, John Mayer, is like, all right, can we take away some positives? That is the sign of a horrible team. It's like, what are the positives? what happened that's somewhat good? And now that's what we're doing. So these are the knee-jerk bad decisions that have been made for the last 12 years.
Like what?
It's getting sickening.
You're expecting people are going to be losing their jobs with the Giants unless like Dart is just like amazing. It just looks like that's where this is heading eventually.
Dart could be good. I think what they do is just manage.
Even if he's good, you don't have the right player personnel right now to properly evaluate if he's even going to be good or not, because your O-line is garbage.
Here's the comparison. Cam Ward in Tennessee. Cam Ward has his moments in Tennessee, but his coach is probably the worst in the league. His offensive line's terrible. At 15, I mean, not even that. It's just, as I said, the other thing is a bad offensive line. Calvin Ridley's dropping everything like it's hot, and Brian Callahan is Brian Callahan. That's what Jaxson Dart's going to be.
He's a rookie. You can't cram everything into that brain to make him better in whatever, the 8 months that he's been, since he's been drafted. Like, Scooter's gone.
He's borking.
It's a pop. He's borking about the Dallas Cowboys. He's telling him that Matt Eberflus isn't a good GM.
Scooter giving no indication of what's going on. We will take it over.
I'm not happy about either of those, to be honest with you.
All right,
maybe Benson, but I don't feel good.
Tell us about.
He's got multiple chairs.
He's got 2 chairs.
Can we see? Look at him. He's checking his own YouTube channel back there.
He's got all the chairs.
Yes.
Everything okay with the pupper?
Yeah, we have 5 dogs at the house right now.
So. 5 dogs.
5 dogs.
They play defense for the New York Giants. Can we start there?
Maybe they can coordinate a defense, unlike Eberflus.
Why do you have 5? The most I've had in the house is 3. That's
we are watching Shane's family's dogs right now.
Gotcha.
They got 4 dogs?
Watching the dogs.
Yes.
Damn.
Got that dog in them.
I love dogs.
Well, are we gonna do the?
Like a Parsons coming back to Arlington, gonna get us back or 10. See if they score on the Packers defense at all. Jordan Love on a broken pipe. Wanna hope that your coach is live next 3 decades to run the team.
I got $15.14. My punishment is being a Giants fan.
Nice.
That's the best punishment you could receive.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm at 111.21. 111.21.
I am. What are you guys at?
What are you at?
205.96.
Scoots?
What are you at?
214.96.
Yes. Oh, this is a close one. This one.
31.60.
Craigslist, bench, weights.
I don't think you guys know how much these things cost. I've been looking already.
Okay. Do you have a membership to a gym?
That's gonna hit you $1,000. You should more or less just do it at a gym. Ask for permission.
I think Michael Parsons' Green Bay jersey is a good start.
Ooh, Green Bay jersey is a start.
Good start.
Mm-hmm. I think we saved the gym punishment for like a 300 and above. Yeah, or 1,000. I say Micah Parsons' Green Bay jersey is being ordered, and you will sit and especially after Sunday. Oh my gosh. Sunday is gonna be.
What are y'all gonna do when the Cowboys win, though?
Give them credit. We'll give them credit.
What are you gonna do when they prove the moon landing was fake?
Cowboys win, dude.
What are you gonna say then?
It will be a glorious clickbait, and I cannot wait.
Be tough. That would be tough.
It'd be great. I mean, it'd be great for 4 of us.
If the Cowboys shot the Packers,
I'd rather get the bench.
I just don't see it.
Guys, this has been another episode of Clickbait Sports. Come back next week.
What do you have
where
coming
we
out?
get to discuss the Cowboys successfully defeating the Green Bay Packers and holding Micah Parsons to 0 sacks.
Someone clip that.
Oh,
Someone clip that for next
please.
week.
Oh my
It's gonna
God.
be exciting.
That sounds like something that they would do, like quadruple team him just on principle.
Listen,
so that-
I think, Scooter, if you want to make an actual bet,
Which I don't.
Packers beat the Cowboys, I think you have to wear that Micah Parsons jersey for every game stream until you play the Broncos. And the only way you could take it off is if you beat the Broncos.
I'm never doing a wear the jersey again ever.
The
Too many
challenge,
people
yeah,
got
he's- yeah.
confused.
End of
He
October.
got bodied. Mhm.
Too many people
don't
got
make checks
confused.
for
Bo
us,
Nix,
can't cash.
bottom EPA.
What do you guys have coming out?
I'm streaming.
I did a drop it and go. I went to Nationals Park, and it was the most expensive baseball field I have ever gone to, and you will see what happened there.
Nice.
But I'm waiting on sponsor approval, so it either come out tonight or tomorrow.
Curse you, sponsors. Curse you.
Yeah.
Perna?
I release sports ball, and I'm doing some work on MLB and NHL haters guide.
Okay,
So
let's
I'll have
go.
MLB out like next week when the playoffs start to rally up there.
Go Rockies. We
Thanks,
got
Manuel.
Daniel Jones.
They are not breaking the record. I'm very disappointed by that.
Yeah, we're not the worst. We got Daniel Jones probably be up Saturday morning.
All right. We just posted the NFC East meeting yesterday. Go check that out. And we're going to try and get back to the college football therapy videos this week. So be on the lookout for that. But until next week, this has been another episode of Clickbait Sports.
Use code TREAT to save $20 off your first order.
Tap, tap.